Hey, this is Luke Simons with Salt Strong. Today we have another line abrasion test. This is for two popular leaders. These are fluorocarbon leaders. Both of them are 25 pounds. We have the Seaguar blue label, again 25-pound leader, that's very popular. And we're going to test it against this Yo-Zuri. This is the Yo-Zuri. This is the disappearing pink is what they brand it as. But again, it's rated at 25 pounds. The interesting thing is that this Yo-Zuri, the diameter is a little bit thicker than the blue label. So I have to assume that the thicker line is going to win. But it's worth a test. So this has been one of the most popular requests to put these two lines against one another. So we're going to give it a shot, and I'm going to report to you the findings in this video. And so in case you haven't seen any of these tests, I'll explain to you how this assembly works. So we basically have both lines. We tie them both on right here in the same test. This yellow is sandpaper. So we have both lines going over the sandpaper, and at the bottom of each is a weight that is the exact same weight. So we have the same tension on each line from those weights that weigh the same. And this sandpaper is mounted on a rod that oscillates back and forth. So as we move this rod back and forth, that is going to be taking these two lines across this sandpaper with, again, the same tension. And then the first one that falls is the weaker one. And then we're gonna switch. After every test, we're gonna swap sides just to make sure that there wasn't some sort of anomaly created from the one piece of sandpaper being a little bit more coarse or less coarse than the other. So anyhow, with that being said, let's go ahead and start the test. And at the end, I'll report to you the findings. All right, so test number one, we have the blue label, and the blue label is on this side. The pink Yo-Zuri is on this side. And we're gonna go ahead and see which one outlasts the other. Oh wow, there goes the Yo-Zuri. So that Yo-Zuri, which is actually thicker, didn't last as long as the Seaguar. And that was a large amount more oscillations that this thinner Seaguar had over this Yo-Zuri, which is actually thicker yet still rated at 25 pounds. So we're ready now for the next test, just to confirm that result. So we have this Yo-Zuri over here on this side, blue label on this side, and we're going to see if this blue label can win again. Again, that first one was surprisingly in this thinner line's favor. So let's go ahead and see what happens once we twist sides. Wow, there goes the Yo-Zuri again. So that Yo-Zuri just failed a large amount faster than the Seaguar, and we'll just keep going to see how many more oscillations this Seaguar can take. So I believe that was 6. It was roughly 6 additional oscillations that this Seaguar was able to withstand longer than this Yo-Zuri, and it was similar to that the first round. I wasn't counting the exact amount, but it was 6 to 8 range. So I think that's a very conclusive test that this comparing these two, comparing the abrasion resistance between these two lines, this Seaguar is a clear winner. In many tests on other lines, it's usually like 1 to 2 oscillations will be one being better than the other, and this one was a significant amount additional oscillations while at the same time having a thinner diameter. As far as price between these two, I believe on a per yard basis, this Yo-Zuri is a little bit less expensive, but in my opinion, if you're going to be spending the additional money for fluorocarbon, I might as well get a little bit line that's a little bit more abrasion resistant while being thinner, because between the two, I have to imagine that this is going to be less visible to fish underwater, and compounded with the fact that you get more abrasion, I think that this is a good choice. And in case you're wondering why we're doing the abrasion test like this, why we're doing this side-to-side motion, is because if you like catching snook, bass, any type of fish that has like sandpaperish type mouths that do a lot of head shakes, that is the reason why there are a lot of break-offs. Snook especially, which is my favorite fish to catch, you know, when they shake their mouths from side to side, that is just doing a sawing motion on the line. In many cases, that is what causes the lines to break. So that's why I think it's incredibly important to know which line is actually better than others. And this was a pretty shocking defeat, I would say, from the Seaguar to Yo-Zuri. But if you want to see even more shocking defeat, is check out a video that we recently did on testing a fluorocarbon line versus a normal mono line. I always thought that fluoro was stronger, but that test completely shocked me. So I'll put a link down below in case you have not yet seen that one. So anyhow, that is the test. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see future tests, I'm going to be doing a lot more tests on this quest to find, you know, the line that is just the best overall value. And if you want to see the best of the best for rods, for reels, for lines and lures, for inshore saltwater fishing, be sure to check out our Insider Fishing Club. This is a membership that really helps fund all of these various tests where we show, you know, the entire spectrum of all the brands, and then, hey, here's the one that's the best value, and here's the one that's just the absolute best if money isn't really that much of a sticking point. And again, we share this just for our members because, you know, thanks to them, they're helping fund this entire operation. So any questions at all about that, check out our Insider Fishing Club. Go to saltstrong.com. At the very top menu, there's a link that says Insider Club. Click that and you'll be able to learn all the details and apply. So that's it for the test. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and watching this video. I hope you can get out in the water soon and catch some big ones.
Something about the water that'll give you peace, all by yourself or with your family. Live salt strong and wear the line today.